We are all measured. Likes, followers, approval ratings, they all make your worth quantifiable. While there's only one of you, thousands of perceptions have already been made. And what of it? What happens to the man inside the number? For the characters in To Be Hero X, this is the ultimate currency: trust. It grants power, it grants flight, it grants the right to exist in the spotlight. But that trust is never freely given. It's a tight leash, and every step taken, every word spoken, every flaw revealed risks the sudden violent death of the perfect image. The core question isn't whether they can save the world from the bad guys. The question is, can they save themselves from the trust that built them? This is the reality of the hero system and the show that is redefining the genre. This is the deep dive into To Be Hero X. We've had a bit of commentary on the true nature of heroes. Whether it's The Incredibles, Invincible, or The Boys, they all portrayed the reality of people with superhuman abilities. The reality is that we would have very few Supermans and a lot more Homelanders. But besides the truth that a lot of people would be messed up with powers, what I find more interesting is the role that society plays. Their ability to prop someone up and tear them right back down is not talked about enough. The hero in this show is only as powerful as the public believes, which means the random civilian and the cynical news anchor are not random, but their stories are necessary for another person's power to exist. It dives into something deeply psychological, known as the inter-objective. You've likely heard of the definitions of objective versus subjective. Objective meaning a fact, like how I'm always right, and subjective being an opinion, like that I'm not always right. But there's also inter-objectivity, where the shared quote-unquote objective frameworks outside of individuals make social life possible. Psychologists like Lev Vygotsky noticed that learning wasn't just mind to mind. It happened through tools, symbols, and objects that carried meaning between people. Later on, sociologists and philosophers expanded it to explain how society itself holds together through shared artifacts, laws, money, books, even memes. Over time, inter-objectivity became this bigger lens. Not just how we connect to each other, but how the things we create lock in shared meaning and guide our lives. Money, companies, and laws are not real. And I don't mean like we're in a matrix. I mean they are not natural, tangible things. We agree to believe in them because they make our societies work. We make them real. Now in the show, these people do have objective, superhuman abilities, but it's just a metaphor to show us the amount of power that we grant people through our collective beliefs. Social media and the general internet has connected us in a way that cannot be ignored. And if you're not hearing me out, there's a video of one of the biggest war criminals in the world asking what the best weapon to war is.
Well, we have to fight with the weapons that apply to the battlefields in which we're engaged. And the most important ones are in social media.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Social media and the general internet has connected us in a way that cannot be ignored. Celebrities' fame is the equivalent of this so-called trust value, and the constant crowd looking to tear them down is a very real fear. Canceling someone can take away their livelihood, and any bad press that the algorithm pushes is less money in their bank account. The appeal of social media is this supposed freedom, but once you're in the algorithm, once you're part of the system, you realize there's a lot of stuff you have to conform to. Unless you're me, because I am 100% honest in my videos. The only one immune to this toxic loop in the show is X, the rank 1 hero. He's the ultimate embodiment of the cynical system. He's mysterious, unaffiliated, and his only defining trait is the uncertainty of his coin flip. He knows the system is a game of chance and performance, and he plays it perfectly by giving the audience nothing but aura. Like, X has more aura than Gojo. I know Gojo had every feat in his own show, but this man's power changes the visual media. Like, what are we talking about? On a real note though, X's philosophy is one that most of you should share. Our choice to live in a society means that we share beliefs, and we choose to live in an inter-objective world, But knowing that should not stop you from believing in yourself. The loophole to shared beliefs means you have input too. You could share the belief and the perception that you want the world to have. And if they don't share that, then fuck them. Like seriously, for a man as goofy as his story was, I was glad he realized the pain that being that hero was. If you guys haven't seen it, he literally has to stand up at all times because he was seen saving somebody standing up. This show is meta to infinity. He is the literal symbol of the pain that is upholding an image that you don't even like yourself. Fame means nothing, and these powers, if not used for good, mean nothing. And it takes that to realize how useless this entire system can be. Now, of course, style needs substance, which is why I explained the depth of the story. But what if I told you it doesn't end there? I mean, in 2B Hero X, the visual style is also the substance. When our protagonist Linling is performing, the animation is polished and smooth. It's the veneer of a manufactured hero, or like some would say, an industry plant. But the moment the real chaos hits, the frames start yelling at you. It switches from polished 3D to raw, jagged 2D. This isn't just animators flexing their talents, though it might seem like it. The visual changes are meaningful. The 2B Hero universe is visually fragmented because the protagonist's identity is fragmented as well. This extends to all the heroes. Think about Isol. His slick blue suit and electric powers represent the public image he was forced to adopt. But the tragedy begins when the slick animation breaks down. His true vulnerable self starts to crack. The college kid who lost his friend and lived long enough to become the villain and stand opposite someone he adored is revealed through the visual style. It's literally telling you the hero's mind is breaking under the weight of the audience's belief. This is what makes the show a masterclass. The animation isn't just beautiful, it's narrative data. And the show's true heart lies in the incredible, tragic depth of its unwilling heroes. Like the classic quote, "The best ruler is the one who doesn't want to wear the crown." At face value, being a hero seems great, but anybody who truly understands the system, like Furman, would not want to be one. Linling starts off trapped in a viral video. Yang Cheng is the victim of a successful brand transfer, losing his true self to a legacy. And Lali is a victim of those weird ass anime fans. Like, I mean, I know I keep saying this is meta, but they knew what they were doing naming her. I mean, she's a genius engineer who struggles to gain trust value, not because she isn't strong, but because her appearance doesn't match the public's image of what a hero should look like. I remember thinking how dumb it was that was her struggle. Like, Isol watched his friend die, and Linling watched a hero kill himself, and you're just too cute? But that's exactly the point. She has to fight in a bulky mechanical suit just to counteract the public's assumption that she's some cute and capable kid. Her struggle is the absurdity of having to visually overcompensate just to be taken seriously by the same people she's saving.
All right, single file line. Everybody get in line. We have to thank our heroes.
Oh my God, what happened to him? This whole time we was getting saved by some lame ass looking niggas?
Every hero is warped by the system. Like I said, X is the only one who masters the algorithm. But there's the devastated Yang Cheng who loses his identity to the mask, Lali who has to hide behind steel, and Linling who finds some truth through a forced performance. The true antagonist is the transactional system itself. It's the dread of a man having to do something that is perceived as good just to stave off the decay of their own powers. Even if someone wants to be good, to be a genuine hero, they are not able to in this type of system. Just like we tend to do, they live in this guise of anyone can be a hero if they put their mind to it, but that's simply not true. In this world, they are forced to adapt or be eliminated. The ranking system itself pits those heroes against each other for the world's entertainment. For the millionth time, not that far off from our reality. The real villain is unsuspecting, unnoticed, and intangible. The real villain is the algorithm. The algorithm you don't even realize that you are a part of. To Be Hero X is not a hype show you watch and forget. It's a calculated, beautifully executed attack on the conventions of its own genre. It operates like a Chekhov's gun factory, ensuring that every minor detail, whether it's the cynical rank 1X or the tragic rank 9 ESO, contributes to a structurally perfect thematic finale. It's like an academic paper with amazing fight choreography, and it is without a doubt one of the most structurally sound, thematically rich, and visually arresting anime we've seen in years. So don't sleep on the shows that talk back to you, and don't sleep on the show that talks about what we face in modern life. Go watch To Be Hero X and learn how to become your own hero. You guys hear that construction? I know I do. Oh my gosh, I don't know why they've been doing it for weeks. But besides that, thank you to any of you guys watching. It's been a little bit, like 2 weeks since the last video, and I wanted to up the quality. I always talk about consistency if you guys have been watching me, and while that I still want to focus on, I've really been inspired by one of my favorite YouTuber named Alex. If you guys don't know him, he is insane. Like, his videos are genuinely movie quality. You know, I'm proud of the long form videos I make, but I still have ways to go, and I make videos on a laptop, not a PC. So before I start editing like him, it's gonna take probably an investment, because my PC would explode if I tried to use Blender my PC would explode if I tried to use Blender to that extent. But I do want to improve the quality. I think you guys deserve it, and I want to grow the channel. Which also leads me to the fact that I've been making a lot of TikToks and short form content, which I'm still not a fan of. Like, honestly, I love making long form videos, not really a fan of making these short form videos, but I'm maturing and I'm always transparent with you guys. I want to make it as quick as possible, but I know it takes time. So this is nobody's problem besides my own, so don't worry about it. But I do want to be transparent with you guys about the type of content I'm making. Why I also am now making short form content is because I really do want to grow my content, and I want to make it a career. Like, people always think that this is some side project for me, like, and it's just not. Like, I genuinely want to do this forever. And once again, it's not your guys' problem, but if you see me posting shorts, like posting TikToks, maybe some of you came from the TikToks, you know, that is because I want to grow this community, and I love interacting with you guys. As I always say in these outros, please leave comments, please say whatever you want. I respond to every single one, and besides the fact that that does help me, I think, with the algorithm, I just love interacting with you guys. You know, having an actual community, that's something like I didn't foresee when I first started making videos, because I just didn't even think that far ahead. And now it's all I want to do. So if you guys have any recommendations, like any ideas, comments, concerns, whatever, you know, leave them down below. And I hope you enjoyed the video on To Be Hero X again, and I might see you in the next one.